Let's see if we're live yet. Are we live yet? Are there people watching? I did not hit record on this one. Whoops. All right, audio sync.
Clap.
Much clapping. Okay. Are people here? Hello. Hello, people. You may notice that I have, after 10 years, I have given up on having control of my hair. But from the age of 13 to 20, I mean, I would say 15 to 20, I just took a comb and just did this. And I have totally given up on the concept of having a proper haircut. My hair is kind of like, it's like a mix of expired flux. It's just a goo and it does what it wants. It's one of the downsides of being Italian. So, yeah, this is all you get. Here we have Anel. Anel is actually doing really, really well. We were debating shit-canning him a few weeks ago, but he's doing really, really well. He's fixing stuff that he's actually finding stuff that I missed because I'm an idiot. He's been working here for like a week or two, and he's already fixing things that I could not figure out after an hour. So we're going to bring him to the next level of testing here. So Anel, it is 1 in the morning here in the East Village, and as you may know, if you know anything about New York, there is absolutely nothing to do in this shithole of a city besides get drunk. The only thing there is to do in this city, especially in the East Village, is get drunk. So you have deli, liquor store, deli, bar, liquor store, deli, bar, liquor store, deli, bar, liquor store, MacBook repair place, which is, you may wonder where our profits come from. It's not from YouTube. It's from people getting drunk and then spilling things on their stuff. But so Anel here is drunk. Now, some of you may say, well, that's awful. It sounds like he has a drinking problem. But as my good friend Dino said when it came to drugs, whether it's drinking, cocaine, heroin, anything, it's not a problem until you run out. And Anel has not run out yet, so it's not a problem. So here we have a MacBook that was picked at random for me. But we're going to have Anel fix this MacBook on camera, live, while drunk.
Oh,
and if he doesn't figure it out, he is losing his job.
Oh,
so,
shoot.
Have a seat. This is going to be fun.
Come on, Lewis. The stakes are that high.
This is going to be incredible fun. And I have nothing but the utmost faith in you that you're going to be able to figure it out.
Let's see.
We're going to turn this around so whoa. Seems like you're losing your balance there, buddy.
Well, that's what happens when you're drunk, Lewis.
All right. I should drink with you since I stopped.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to take my Stream Deck.
Okay.
So that I can control this. And you have a mouse.
All
okay.
Right.
Now, the first thing you're going to have to do is open up the MacBook. Just
Okay.
make sure that...
We got that overhead cam?
Yep, overhead cam is on.
Okay, now which one of these is a P4?
Now, they're in order, so the second screwdriver is going to be the P4.
Yes. There we go. Okay. Bear with me, people.
By the way, if he does fix this board, I will give him overtime pay for fixing it while drunk.
As Kevin would say, it do be like that sometimes.
He went drinking with Kevin. Anel is a good dude. He's a very, very kind, social person who's doing his best to help Kevin lose his virginity. Sorry, Kevin.
Oh, man.
Check the damn voicemail more often and I'll make fun of you less. Hi is not getting overtime for being in chat. So you know those little noises you may hear from this PC that Hi set up the water cooling in? You may notice every now and then you're... That's one of the tubes banging into one of the tubes banging into the fan. So we're going to give him overtime hanging from that tube when he comes to work on Friday. It's going to be great.
All right,
gonna
all
be great.
screws are gone. Just pop off this case. Get the fuck out of my store.
All right.
All right.
Complete disrespect.
Let's see.
Now
First
this
thing we're
looks
gonna
like
do,
an 820-00165
we're
board.
gonna take out that
Not an
battery.
3437. You can tell by the size of the JTAG connector. And
Now we're gonna set.
now the first thing, now we have to figure out why this has no backlight. So what are the things that you typically check now when you have no backlight?
So the first thing I'm gonna check is our LCD connector, because we all know the fuse never breaks on these machines.
Why
So
would it? It's an Apple
usually,
product. Why would it do what it's supposed to do when it's an Apple product?
usually what we check is our LCD connector, because that's our fuse for this machine. It's usually the pins 2 and 3 are the ones that connect to LCD backlight, and they're always burned.
He learns quickly. He learns very quickly. All right.
So we look at this board, it looking pretty pristine. So we're going to check if this customer is lying to us. We're actually going to turn this on and see if we have backlight or not. So is this power supply working, Lewis?
Well, I fixed it in the earlier video. I'm not sure if you saw that one. It should be just fine. Okay. So we have a power supply that I bashed with a hammer and a technician that is drunk at 1 in the morning. By all means, when you come here, we make sure that you get the best experience possible.
Okay,
right, so
18.9, close enough.
Professional.
Gonna plug this in. We have green light, and we do have fan spin.
That power supply is fixed, which means my credibility is returned. Quality content, but I'm completely disrespected. No, you didn't pay for your disrespect.
We have
You
chime.
should be happy that you got that for free.
And we're gonna do our old backlight trick, and we can see that we have no backlight. I can flash my camera, and we can see this person's name that I'm gonna cover out because Lewis likes to cover out the.
And God forbid they actually figure out that a wasted shit posted is fixing this.
Okay, so you can see that we have image, but we do not have backlight. So we're gonna open this board and see if our backlight driver is fine. So we're gonna put this away. We're gonna grab a different screwdriver and open up this board.
By the way, people, I spoke to the landlords of the 2 stores nearby that I was looking at getting. It's going to cost about $6,750 for 2 stores. We can negotiate it down there. And they also are willing to entertain the idea of a 7-year lease. And they seem like people who don't want to sell the building to some fuckface managing company. Hub NYC. That is going to offer you the courtesy of a $27,000 space when you ask them about the space next door. Or, not provide you with heat for weeks on end while it's 7 degrees in your building as a result of the gas being shut off. So that is pretty cool. So I hope I get that. If I do get that, that is going to be a little kick financially since I already paid for all of Steve's data recovery shit, which is like $12,000 recently. And I was hoping to kind of have paying for Steve's data recovery stuff and moving to a new space be kind of separate so I could recoup investment number 1 before doing number 2. But I think it's going to be possible, and I think it's going to, what I've been thinking of doing is having a setup where I want to have some sort of setup where you can actually try stuff. So there's a lot of stores that complain, Amazon is taking our money, people want to shop online, we can't get me, but when you go to Amazon, you're getting the exact same experience you get from the store. Because when you walk into a lot of these local stores, they don't let you try the tools. They don't let you try the product. I mean, have you ever been to CVS or Dwayne Reed and just tried to buy a razor blade? Like, there are little fucking sirens on there to make sure that dare you actually touch the item before you purchase it. So I was thinking of having a store where in the shipping room, not in the mail-in repair room, but in the shipping room, of actually having a bunch of this equipment set up so that people could try it before they buy. And not Amazon affiliate linking anymore. I'd actually have to get my shit together and find suppliers for all the stuff down below, which Hi is graciously helping me with. By the way, if you have any suggestions for stream improvements, email hi@rossmangroup.com. That's hi, H-I-H-I, at rossmangroup.com. Your email address finally actually works. Took me long enough to add a damn email. But so my idea is you walk in and you can try it quick. You can try the different soldering iron tips. You can actually feel the gear. And you can speak to someone like Paul or Camille that actually know their shit that can help you with your project. And what happened for the store across from Apple? That was $47,000 a month, dude. You must think I'm much richer than I actually am. $47,000 a month ain't gonna work. But I was thinking of that and also having that set up with a tip jar of some sort. So let's say you're broke, but you have this little Arduino project you want to do, or something for college, or maybe you want to modify something on your own Bafang, or you want to solder some little PC board together. You just don't want to buy a bunch of soldering shit. There'll be a little tip jar, and it'll say, leave what you want. And, if somebody is totally broke and leaves $0, if they leave $1, fine. If they leave $10, so on and so forth. I was thinking that could be pretty cool. And that was one of the things I wanted to do. The other thing I wanted to do is set up all this stuff for sale that we have on the affiliate links, but actually sell the shit ourselves and try to figure out how to make it profitable or at least break even. And then all the mail-in repairs will be separate so that when you walk into the store, you won't see a pile of boxes like you do now. So here we have the DCN board.
Okay, we have a known working DCN board. We like to use our own equipment because we cannot trust the customer's DCN board for shit.
I need a remote for the zoom on that. Can you zoom a little bit? A little bit more? A little bit. Yeah, there you go.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
And we're going to use our own known working screen Because again, we cannot trust the customer's equipment for shit. So we're gonna plug
Somebody
in.
gets it.
We're gonna plug in our own screen and own DC in board to make sure that we can verify that it is a board issue and not a screen or DC in board issue. So we're gonna plug this in and see what we get.
How many volts are we getting? Also, you have for the multimeter, you have to press RS-232, and then you have to turn on Paul Daniels' software, which is right next to the left of Vegas in the taskbar. It's the one that has no icon because why would Paul Daniels' software give you an icon? So all the way in the bottom on the taskbar, to the left of Vegas, there's an unlabeled icon. And there we go. And now it's showing up on stream. All right, cool. Paul Daniels software.
Okay, so on backlight, we have 5 millivolts. That means
so that
our
is 0.
P bus is not getting to our backlight. So we're gonna check our fuse.
That would be fun. Something else if that was actually.
Huh. It appears we're getting 8.5 on one side, but 0 on the other. Can you believe that, Lewis? Our fuse broke.
No, you must be drunk, man.
I must be drunk.
You're measuring it wrong.
I'm gonna check one
no,
side.
You're saying that the fuse is blown?
Well, I mean,
Start saying the alphabet backwards, dude.
Z, Y, X, V, U, T, something, something. I don't think anyone can do that sober.
I can't do that sober either. I actually got... I was doing pull-ups in the park once after they closed, and I wasn't drunk, but they just thought I was, what the hell's this guy doing here? So they asked me to do that, and I said, I can't.
I must be
I can name
losing-
you Apple motherboards backwards.
Am I-
820-3115 is Ivy Bridge. 820-2936 is Sandy Bridge. 820-2879 is Core 2 Duo. 820-2530 is Core 2 Duo with an FCP 79. I said, you could Google them. I'll do it either way you want. 15-inch, 13 and 17-inch.
All right.
But I cannot do that I can't do that with the alphabet. I don't know who the hell can.
But am I losing my mind, Lewis? One side is
Okay, so the fuse is
8.5
blown.
line,
Are you kidding me?
and the other side is 0.
I must be wasted as well.
Let's turn this off.
Nicholas says humiliating employees, publicly drunk or not, is illegal.
Let's
You must come from Europe or one of those places where
so we're gonna
everything
check
is illegal.
impedance and
Are you from Germany?
open line, guys.
Do you need a license to stream in your country? How illegal is everything? You know, somebody said that. You remember when we showed the fingerprints on the weekend?
Yeah.
In my country, that would be illegal.
Who's,
Yeah, that's why I don't.
who's gonna like know who that is?
Yeah, it's like, well, how about you go to a fucking subway station? And, oh yeah, I can dox a bunch of people. I'm just gonna go to the subway station and go to the turnstile and just pick fingerprints and post them on the internet. Man, I'm gonna get a lifetime in jail in the fucking Netherlands, in Norway.
Huh.
Oh man, the
So it
EU is such a
appears
joke.
this MacBook
Okay,
picked
so-
at random was just a backlight.
Wait, so was there a short to ground on output that could have caused it? Let's check.
Let's check our output, and we get from ground, we have 9 mega ohms. 6.
What about
5
with the LCD plugged in?
LCD?
The
plug?
original LCD, because their LCD cable may be shorting it to ground.
Probably. Let's grab their LCD.
I laughed hysterically when that person said, "How dare you dox their fingerprints?" Okay, what's their name?
Oof.
What's their name? What's their name?
Well, unlike you, I like to show my customers' ticket numbers.
Hey,
It's a bad habit.
the
I got
amount
it.
of ohms is too damn high, says Red Pillaging.
Let's see. Their screen, we have 35 kilo ohms, which is perfectly normal.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a backlight fuse, which, by the way, if you want a backlight fuse, head over to store.rossmangroup.com. That's store.rossmangroup.com to get a pack of 5 fuses. With a low, low
Alright.
price of somewhere around $5.
So because
For
I'm
those too lazy to look it up on Mouser.
because I'm a little wasted, I need to remember what's the right amount of flux to replace a backlight fuse.
30 cc.
30 cc's.
15 cc if we're short.
Let's see. How much does this have? Let me get this zoomed in.
Someone says it must be a counterfeit fuse. Apple fuses never break.
Let's see. This says 30 cc's.
That should be just enough to get this fuse soldered.
Okay, so we're gonna go to our microscope cam. We're gonna look at that.
Okay, can you hit the two buttons on top of each button on top of the microscope camera about 3 times?
These two.
Yeah, that one. 1, 2, 3. And then that's the second one. 1, 2, 3. There you go. All right. Good microscope image.
All right. Is it focused?
It is focused.
Okay. So
How much flux are we putting?
just the right amount. Let's see, we put some here, like that, and some here like that,
What the f...
and some here like
Okay.
that.
Now I know you're sober and you were just making it up.
Okay.
There was one time that I used a tiny little pea of flux and Paul came up to me and asked if I was okay.
Oh, this iron isn't even on.
I got it. Just remember to kick on the fume extractor.
True.
Also, where are the tweezers?
Which one?
Are they in your lap? Is there not? Oh, they're in your hand. Okay. Just making sure.
Oh, the hot
'Cause
tweezers?
I didn't see the tweezers in the thing, and then
Okay.
because there are times where I've turned the soldering iron and I go, "Where's the tweezers?" Ow! That's a great way to make sure you never have kids. Okay, can you put this a little bit more in focus? Let me show you what it looks like in here. Thank you very much, David D. Appreciate that.
There we go. Let's get this fuse.
And also, we can't turn up the brightness in the microscope, but I can lower the light, and then he can readjust the exposure by hitting those 2 buttons that that I showed him before. So let's do that. I'll do that while he's working on this. He's unable to hit the buttons because probably wasted. So if you try to set the exposure when there's a metal thing nearby, it kind of messes it up, and then you get no exposure. There we go. So let's see if you can remove that.
These tweezers suck.
I know. I don't know why Jessa likes these hot tweezers so much.
I can't.
I don't know if it's a
Okay.
technique thing. You know, like a bad workman is the one who blames his tools.
All
But
right,
I can
hot
never
air
get that
gun.
thing to work. I don't know if Jess is using different tips than the T99. They Kilted Tim on stream for how to fix Apple boards. I would pay if Kilted Tim would show up in a board repair stream. Don't delay, buy today. Indeed. I would be genuinely excited to have Kilted Tim come by, have a seat, fix some boards. I'd love to see how he does, by contrast. Can't see fuck, back off of it a bit, someone says. I can see it just fine. Get your glasses on. Get your glasses on. Get your glasses on. Need new good MacBook boards? No questions asked? Huh? Paul was here working on shit boards all weekend while this was just sitting in the slot, too. Poor Paul.
Okay. Now we still have our multimeter software. I'm going to check the impedance of this fuse, see if it was actually a good one that we put
General
on.
said $2.79 Canadian dollars.
So we have 0.5 ohms on this fuse. It should be fine. We're going to plug in our test screen with our overhead cam and see if we have our backlight.
All right. I gotta get a better dual streaming setup with a little window over there where you can see what I see on this monitor. And I gotta find a remote for this damn lens. That would be awesome.
Okay. So we turn on our power supply.
You
have
really
green
need to get
light.
that storefront across
We
from
have
Apple. They
fan
would
spin.
love it so much. They would put on a large billboard. We guarantee our MacBook repairs. That's $47,000 a month. I'll just leave it at that. 47,000.
And
All right, are we booting? Thank you very much, John, for the.
we
99
have
cents.
backlight. If you can see, if I can.
You got to
like-
turn this thing. Just flip it over. Let's see if we got an image.
Okay.
You just got to make sure their name doesn't show up. God
Oh, yeah,
forbid they know that a
still-
drunk person worked on
All
that
right,
board.
so we have Apple logo,
You have Apple logo, which means backlight is fixed.
and yeah, I'll just call it a day.
Was that seriously just a fuse?
Yeah, just pick that random. Just a fuse
Random.
that has blown. Why did this fuse blow? We have no idea. Because we all know Apple fuses do not blow. And I don't need to be sober to know that.
This fuse blows harder than Kilted Tim on prom night. Damn. So you got a machine with just a fuse. I fixed my power supply by smashing it with a hammer. Today's going pretty good.
Random.
Random. Random. All right, would you like difficulty level number 2, or you want to call it an evening while you're ahead?
Level up.
Okay. Well, wasted. Okay.
Are you going through
David?
Paul's queue?
No, of course not. I'm going through my queue. I was set up to stream tonight, so of course, I used an algorithm to make sure that all the boards, I'll leave notes for that. Screws and all that. Make sure the desk is clean. So the spray bottle is to your left down there. And
Is this labeled cat piss?
no, screen cleaner, and there's a blue microfiber cloth in the top of the bins over there.
Okay.
I always clean the desk before taking a new machine. Sign of respect.
Will this label get damaged?
Elsa, can you hit the new messages thing on that chat? Restream chat is dumb and it just stops scrolling every now and then. Scroll down so I can see the yellow one.
Trackball.
Ah, shit. Yeah, scroll up so I can see the yellow. Oh yeah, I already read that one. All right, so hit new message. Hit scroll all the way down so you can see the messages as they go. So now we're up to the second machine.
Okay.
You can read it along with me. I'll leave notes on this one. Say what we did. Thank you very much, David D.
All right, what cam are we on right now? Overhead.
Well, David D
or
does not mean David Duke. That is overhead cam. Yes.
Overhead. Okay. So today we have a 1502 no power. Now we're just gonna open this up and see. Oh, where's my screwdriver? I am drunk, guys. Please bear with me. Have our screwdriver. Magnet. This is a T5 and not a P4. I am dumb. Hello, chat. How is everyone doing tonight? Give him a touch bar, Lewis. Don't give him a touch bar.
Well, you have a touch bar that randomly doesn't go to sleep. All right, now you have a little window so you can see what they see.
Oh, I can see everything now. Great.
Lewis sending you a 2012 MacBook Pro with overheating and non-detecting drive issues. Oh, it needs a new keyboard. We will ensure that only a qualified, authorized technician works on it. Absolutely. Authorized alcoholic.
Should I prove to them I'm drunk? Should I take another shot from Paul's desk?
Go for it.
Awesome. Let me put this the fuck away. I need that shot. Hello. We'll be back
Paul
after
has
these
liquor on his
short
desk.
messages.
You're the one who asked.
Okay, so right here we have Paul's Tito's vodka. Now, I couldn't find his shot glass, so I'm just going to air out of it like a normal New Yorker. And remember, if you take something from Paul's desk, as long as you put it back the way you found it, he will not notice. And if he doesn't check the stream.
These are not my pencil shavings in this pencil sharpener.
Okay, here we go.
You
Down the hatch,
sullied my
guys.
mouse.
Ooh, that's some good. That's really good. Okay, back to overhead cam. We're gonna open up this MacBook. Lewis,
Yes.
overhead cam.
Oh, shit. I didn't get it in the stream deck. Sorry.
And I'm the drunk one.
I left notes for this. Isn't this against Twitch's terms of service? Oh no. They're doing it to decrease my salary from 0 to 0. Oh no. Twitch.
Okay, again, open this case. Let's see.
Okay. Let's see.
There we go. Certified board technician.
Having it, Mr. Steel.
Take out the battery. Always remove battery before working on your MacBook. Now, what I've learned when working with Lewis is that the first thing you want to check is if your P-bus is shorted to ground.
Yes. All right.
So.
You can kick off the air filter for the noise.
Oh yeah, true. Bam. So real quick, before I even turn this on, I'd like to check what my P-bus impedance is. So right here is this big resistor, and check this to ground, and we have. Oh wow! Oh wait.
Damn you, Paul Daniels' software. You give me hope for an easy repair.
300. That's pretty low, isn't it, for P-bus?
That is low, but that's strange. Because especially since it started out at 0. What's the cause of that nonsense?
If I try again. Oops. Okay, no, it's just trolling me.
Yeah, Paul Daniels' software does that to me too.
Okay, it's
from
absolutely
Australia, so the ohms are sometimes upside down.
Okay, so if it's not shorted to ground, it's just safe to plug in and see what kind of amperage we're drawing from plugging this in. So we're going to plug this in. Oh, this power supply is not on. Okay, so we're going to turn on our power supply as well. And we're drawing 0.8 amps, and we have fan spin. Did you hear that chime, guys? Wow. A board picked at random. And there's a note. Okay.
Does it have a screen?
Let's find out.
Probably not now because it thinks it's closed.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to turn this back on. Okay, so we're going to try again. We have green light. We have fan spin. Let's see if this Apple logo shows up. Oh, wow, an Apple logo.
Cover the name. It's going to boot.
Booting slowly. Let's
That's
see
not
if this
slow.
fully boots normally. And find out why this no power has power.
What about keyboard power button? Have you unplugged anything else, or?
No, I just unplugged battery. So we're going to see if this boots completely.
Boot. Cheers,
Yes.
boys. Put this towards the next round. Thank you, Zeltig.
Next round.
Wow. You should drink at work every day. What a cue.
What an amazing cue.
When you go out drinking, all the women tend to look more attractive. And when you fix stuff while drunk, everything in the queue just seems easier.
All right, this MacBook doesn't seem like it wants to boot. And sometimes the customer likes to say, hey, no boot means no power.
It's probably booting slow since the battery's unplugged. Ready for my name to possibly be butchered.
Ooh, butchered name.
Genoveva.
Oh, it booted.
Okay, now see if you could turn it off using the power button with your right hand while covering the name with your left hand.
That's
not a power button.
let's see.
That's a control
okay,
button.
okay.
There
I
you go.
thought I can SMC reset, but yeah, just holding power button makes sense.
Is my phone ringing?
There's a really long vibrate. Doesn't
Oh,
sound
that's
like
outside. That's not my phone.
it doesn't sound
I
like
think
a
it's buzzing outside.
just New York. Okay, power button does not seem to be working. Let's see if SMC reset works. Okay. Can I SMC reset
I
with
really
one
appreciate
hand?
your content. I've watched for 6 months and still crap.
Okay, I can cover this guy's name like that. Oh, it just turned off all of a sudden.
See
Maybe-
if it turns on with the power button now.
Maybe I
Tap
knocked
the power
off.
button.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can SMC reset.
Wait, it just turned itself on, didn't it?
Yeah, I probably knocked over the charger. Okay, so we have Apple logo. Let's see if I can SMC reset. So I have Control, Option, Shift, and power button. Boom. It's not working.
No, it's not going to... Okay, first cover the name, because the name's going to show up.
Well, it's not going to boot for like the next 7 years.
Okay, well, hold
So-
it down. Hold the button down. Let's see if it
I'm
turns
holding
itself
the
off.
button down,
Okay,
and
1,
it doesn't seem
2,
to be
3,
turning off.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now let's check the keyboard connector and see what that looks like, and see if there's any corrosion by the keyboard connector under the microscope.
Okay,
But it's either the keyboard itself or that. By the way, for any of you who are not aware, Apple is one of the few brands that integrates the power button into the keyboard. So with a normal machine, if anything goes wrong with the keyboard, your keyboard won't work, but at least the power button works so that you could turn it on because the power button's on a separate piece. The power button will work, you can turn it on, and you can plug in an external $5 or $10 keyboard from a yard sale somewhere or a Best Buy, and you'll be able to do work, get your data, everything, and so you can get it fixed. With an Apple product, the power button is integrated into the keyboard ever since about 2010 on the Airs and 2008. It's 2008/9 on the Pros, which means that if you get a drop of liquid on your Z key all the way on the other side, it will actually keep your power button from working, and then rather than just have no keyboard, you have no computer. But that's the genius of thinking different. That is the quality you get when you buy Apple. That is the amount of effort that they put into ensuring that your device that you're most likely using to record music or to do video or to do professional presentations or any sort of high-end broadcast stuff always works all the time in a mission-critical environment. So it looks like our connector looks pretty clean. However, the keyboard cable itself looks like it has junk on pins 3, 4, and 5. So can you remove the keyboard cable? Now, I mean pins 3, 4, and 5 from the right. See that? You see how there's like a little V-shaped mess-up junk over there? It was barely noticeable now, but it was a little before. Okay, so can you get a little bit of a better focus on the ones on the right side? For our studio audience? I think a Q-tip and alcohol might just do that. What does the other side look like of the cable if you were to flip it?
If I were to flip it... Sorry, I'm drunk, guys. It's really hard to use hand-eye coordination. So we're going to look at our microscope cam, and looking at this side looks completely fine.
Okay, now let's see if we can fix our power button using a Q-tip and some alcohol. And by alcohol, I don't mean stuff from Paul's desk. So you'll find alcohol right in front of you next to the little green cactus creature thing. And here's a Q-tip.
Awesome.
Now, let's see if this fixes it. If this fixes it, this should be a very happy customer that's likely only going to be paying for return shipping. And a little bit with a Q-tip. We may wind up taking the board out just to make sure that on the other side of the board there's no corrosion hiding over there so that they don't come back for, it's doing the same thing it is before. Because if you work in this business, whether you work with cars, you're a mechanic, you're a plumber, or you do this, the last thing you ever want to hear is, it's doing the same thing it was before.
Imagine paying $60 for shipping just to have someone Q-tip your machine.
Hey, if it's not just the Q-tip, it's knowing where to put the Q-tip. It's knowing where to put the tip that's important, not just the fact that we have a tip.
That's a really dirty Q-tip. What the hell did I just do?
You touched a MacBook.
Ugh.
That's all it takes is touching a MacBook to dirty your tip.
So we're just going to rub it around.
You should always make sure what you rub your tip on. You don't want to rub your tip on things that are going to make you dirty.
And we're going to use our quick drying action.
This keyboard cable is now going to smell like an L's liquor breath.
Hey, alcohol kills 99% of germs. So we're going to plug this in one more time. I'm going to butcher this like 17 times in a row.
Hey, you put it in the camera. People are going to watch your butchering. Deli liquor store, indeed.
Get in there.
Okay, now you're making a noob mistake here. See all the way on the right? When you try to smash that in, it's going to bend. And then when it bends, it becomes more and more difficult. So now you're going to use your tweezers and run it. Stop it. Take your tweezers. Take that cable out. Take the cable out. Okay, now you see all the way on the right side how it's flexing?
Yes.
That's a common noob mistake. That's what happens in the Genius. That's what happened in the CBC video when they were trying to put the screen cable in. That's how pin 1 got bent. So I need you to un-Genius bar the right side of that.
Okay.
So you're going to have to run your tweezers diagonally from upper left to lower right over and over again until that is flat on that side. No, not that side, the other side.
Oh, yeah. Let me just get a better view for the viewers.
Yeah, so tap your tweezer to the bottom right of that cable. Everybody does this.
Okay.
The amount of machines we get that... No. You were supposed to run your tweezers over there. Okay, so take the cable out again. Take the cable out. All right, now keep it there. Now take your tweezers and put it on the bottom right of the cable. Bottom right. Don't move the cable. Just stop it. Okay, put the tweezers on top of the cable, not under the cable. Okay, now you're going to move it to the bottom right of the cable to try to bend that back. No, not like that. Okay, you're fucking wasted. Okay, get up. Let me get this part. Get the fuck out of my chair.
Get the fuck.
Get the fuck out of my chair. Get the fuck out. Here. We'll go back to here. Come on, get up.
What? Are you
Get
gonna drag me out?
Get up.
Oof.
No.
Oof.
Okay, let me show you. So, Stream Deck. All right. So again, this is a common thing. This is the same thing that happened in that CBC News piece with the screen cable. This is something that everybody winds up screwing up. It's no big deal. It's only a big deal if you take it to a Genius Bar, because if you take this to a fucking Genius Bar, they will tell you $1,200 to $2,000. You watch that CBC News piece. People go, "How does that bend? How does that bend? How does that bend? You made it up." No, it was a do-it-yourself user that was trying to refurbish their own device. And can you give me a mic stand over there that's on Kevin's desk? Is there a mic stand on Kevin's desk? Oh, it's not. He hit it onto the boxes, didn't he?
No.
That Kevin.
Fucking Kevin, dude.
Fucking Kevin, dude.
I hope
Ah, never mind. It's right under my...
Fucking cancer.
This way I can look into the microscope.
Stupid American.
Stupid American. You're allowed to say that because you're from some other country. You're from one of those European places.
Yes. Nico Belek is...
All right, so watch. What we do here, to ungenius bar this, because again, if you take this problem to a Genius Bar, they will likely tell you $1,200 to $2,000. So what we're doing is we are bending this back into place. So I would take it and I would do this to it over and over again. You don't want to push too hard, but you want to try and make it flat again. As flat as Philippe Pasca, Jessa Jones's mentor, thinks the earth is. Get out of my store, says somebody. All right, so see, this is a common thing. It's no big deal. This is a very, very shitty, little annoying cable. A lot of laptops have these shitty, annoying cables. All right, you do this. Now, the next thing you do to make sure it goes in there, when you're drunk, you're going to need some help getting your tip in. So you don't just want to wander around because you're probably going to wind up putting it in the wrong hole and somebody's going to be pissed off. So what I do, if this is bent, now I know that it's sticking up, so I need it to stick back down. So I'm going to put my tweezer there as I push it in. I'm also going to watch and make sure that it's sliding. So you're probably looking at this section and saying, this is sliding. Since this is sliding, it's going in. But it's not just a portion of the tip that needs to be able to slide in. You need to slide in that entire thing. So all of it has to be moving. So now that is perfectly slid in.
Do you want some flux
Get the fuck
to
out.
lube out?
We're not soldering.
Okay.
Okay.
But you need some lubrication, no?
No lubrication.
It's just going in dry.
Okay, so now that that's set up, we are going.
Oh, drop the mic.
I need a better mic stand since I bought a $169 capsule for this mic.
Rip everyone's ears.
Stop drinking or you're putting your life at risk.
Risk. They
Good
say.
good luck telling somebody from Eastern Europe to stop drinking while they're in the middle of their evening. That's going to get you.
I thought alcohol kills germs.
Anel is an adult. He can do what he wants. Okay, so we plug this in. Now let's see if our keyboard cable works again. Okay, the fan is spinning. And it is booting. So once it boots up, I'm going to see if I'm able to turn this off with the keyboard cable that we now plugged in properly. Flux for lube. Thank you.
Did Tim donate yet? He said $20 that I should stream drunk.
Tim did not. He clearly doesn't keep his word.
Tim
okay,
is
so
such
now
a
what I'm going to do
traitor.
that we've booted is I'm going to hold the power button down and see if that turns it off immediately instead of it being intermittent like it was before. So all that keyboard cable needed was just monitor back. Let's see what the hell I'm doing. So all this needed was a little bit of cleaning on the keyboard cable. And also, as you could see, Anel demonstrated just how easy it is to bend that cable. We get dozens of machines in every week that have been worked on by either the repair shops or technicians that manage to bend that to the point where it's not savable and you need a new cable. So if you're having an issue with slipping it in, don't delay. Watch my videos today, where I show you how to slip it in, even when you're drunk, in a manner where both the connector, the motherboard, and the cable will consent. So that's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. Anel, your face is turning red. I think it's time for me to get you an Uber home. Thank you for being a good sport.
Uh-oh.
We are going to get Anel a cab because he is clearly too shit-faced to take the train and the... what is it you guys take to get to Staten Island? That primitive thing that goes on water?
The ferry?
Yeah, we're not having you take one of those. All right, so we are going to be getting him an Uber home. He was a very good sport. He fixed 1.5 boards today, and I'm quite happy. This customer is going to be happy that this now works, since that, again, and just to be clear, look at how little that took to kill this MacBook. Look at it. And that just genuinely took nothing to kill this little MacBook. Let's see. What about the liquid stickers? Do we have any liquid stickers that tripped? Because remember, the liquid stickers trip with humidity. So if those didn't trip, then this genuinely just got killed by nothing. Look at this. Liquid sticker, not tripped. Let's go by the... Wow. Wow. It really liquid sticker, not tripped. Liquid sticker, not tripped.
It doesn't take much to change those stickers, do they?
It doesn't take much to change those stickers, because I've had a lot of people show up. Almost every iPhone 4 I've ever opened had those things tripped. I don't remember ever opening an iPhone 4 back when I used to do screen repair. It's been a while, if you can tell by the models that I'm quoting, before I could afford employees to do it for me. But it takes virtually nothing to change those stickers. Yet, even though the corrosion, even though whatever got into this machine was so small, it did not even trip the stickers. That trip, if you fucking look at them while crying, it managed to destroy the keyboard. And as I said, in this machine, the keyboard is integrated into the power button, which will kill the machine and keep it from turning on. That is the quality of engineering that you get when you buy one of these products. The quality, the longevity. Think different! That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. And again, everybody say thank you to Anel for being a good sport. Again, as an employee, he has already solved about 2 or 3 boards that I couldn't figure out or that I screwed up, and he was able to check and figure out what I screwed up very quickly. He is a very good sport, especially since Steve and I think both tried to fire him in the beginning a few times. And he is. We're going to be getting him a cab because he's.
I try to look different.
Yeah. All right, and all right. See you in the next video. We're going to stop while you're ahead.